Ashutosh, how do you view it? Because this is a war of perception that the Aam Aadmi Party has fought. They've built their bones, cut their teeth, no matter what idiom or analogy we might want to use on the plank of anti-corruption.
Aam Aadmi Party has gone through many crises in the past, but I think this is the biggest crisis which Aam Aadmi Party is facing. And that's why it becomes very important, and it can be very, very terrible for the party itself for the two reasons. One, if Arvind Kejriwal, and there is a very serious possibility that Arvind Kejriwal can be arrested. And if he gets arrested, then who will be the Chief Minister? Because he can't continue as the Chief Minister. And then obviously some replacement has to be found. And who will run the party? Because Aam Aadmi Party is known that everything runs through Arvind Kejriwal. There is no second line, there is no third line, there is the fourth line. The other reason is that they're the two top leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party who command certain amount of respect within the hierarchy of the party and also within on the ground level cadre. One is Manish Sisodia, the number two, and the Miss Sanjay Singh. Now both of them are in jail. So if both of them are in jail and Arvind Kejriwal also ends up in jail, then obviously there will be total disarray in the Aam Aadmi Party. And that is where this crisis is getting much more serious for the party itself. And I do not know how the party will deal. I'm only assuming that if Arvind Kejriwal gets arrested, he might not get arrested. But now, since after the Supreme Court verdict, and the Supreme Court, in fact, verdict has come as a license. Why I'm saying so? Because Manish Sisodia, a few days back, just because of the observation of the Supreme Court, everybody believed that he is innocent because Supreme Court has commented that there is no evidence against him. And how long you can keep a person in jail and there is no evidence in that sense. Now Supreme Court has denied bail. Not only Supreme Court has denied bail, but also said there is a possibility of money trail. That 338 crore might have been misused or whatever you call it. Now, after the Supreme Court denial of bail to Manish Sisodia, Aam Aadmi Party cannot say that there is a witch hunt. Because this is not the government has done it. This is not the Enforcement Directorate did it, but the theory, the line of investigation which Enforcement Directorate was continuing, Supreme Court has almost endorsed that. Now, look at the case now. If tomorrow Arvind Kejriwal is arrested, can the Aam Aadmi Party go to the public and say there is a witch hunt? That's the question.
All right, okay. I want to just bring in Rashid Kidwai into this conversation as well. All right, we don't have Rashid Kidwai, but Ashutosh, I'll pull you in again on this. At least now where you look at the perception and you go from micro to macro, because Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party are a part of a larger alliance, which is the India Alliance. Strangely, this time, one can understand the silence from the Congress because at least the Delhi unit are petitioners in this case. But why do we see abject silence from some, the likes who've been very close, at least optics-wise, where Arvind Kejriwal is concerned? The TMC is silent. We haven't heard anything from the DMK. Most allies are keeping completely quiet on this.
One can understand this, and one of the reasons is that the Supreme Court's denial of bail to Manish Sisodia. That gives a moral credence to the entire investigation by the Enforcement Directorate. The point number one. The point number two, Arvind Kejriwal and his party did not observe the basic rule of coalition politics. You remember Arvind Kejriwal, while campaigning in Chhattisgarh, has blamed Bhupesh Baghel and the entire Congress party that they are indulging into the big scam and big corruption. Now, when a coalition partner indulges into that, he has forgotten that the same thing can bounce back to him. Now, when Supreme Court has denied bail, when ED is calling Arvind Kejriwal, summons Arvind Kejriwal for investigation, then why Congress party should not return in the same quiet? I think it's a basic mistake which Aam Aadmi Party has done. If you're part of an alliance, you should be patient and you have to observe certain rules of the game. Now you are contesting elections against Congress party in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh. You are abusing and criticizing our Congress party left, right and center. So why the Congress party should come to their rescue? I'm sure the senior congressmen like party president, the Rahul Gandhi and others, sooner or later, they will make some statement. But I'm not I don't see that they are in a hurry unless they want to wait till 2nd of November.
All right, we're still waiting for Rashid Kidwai to join us. But Ashutosh, what do you make of the fact that, this is a party and this is a leader who's fought and built every possible amount of political credibility on the plank of anti-corruption and having a clean image. And that is what they are going now back to the people, where this is a witch hunt for Arvind Kejriwal. Do you think this will work for Arvind Kejriwal or against Arvind Kejriwal?
See, Preeti, I think there's a famous saying that the revolution eats its own child, its own kids. That's what exactly is happening. The Aam Aadmi Party had that moral capital. That moral capital was that these are the people who are not like a professional politician. They are not the careerists in politics, and they are here to change politics. Now, and look what they had said to begin with. They used to say that why the chief ministers and the leaders and the MPs and MLAs and the ministers should be living in big bungalows. Why can't they live in the two-room flats? Now, every promise that they had done, everything that they had said has gone back on that. So if you start behaving like a political party, obviously people will question, and not only their opponents will question, the public will also question. And unfortunately or fortunately, Aam Aadmi Party has gone weak on its moral fiber, and now it is coming back to haunt them.
All right, let's get in a quick comment from Rashid Kidwai, who's back with us. We'll also be joined by Rajdeep Sardesai in a short while. But Rashid Kidwai, what do you make of, especially where the India alliance comes into question, the abject silence? One can understand the Delhi unit of the Congress because they are petitioners. But when it comes down to their own allies, someone, because Arvind Kejriwal, known to be very close to Mamata Banerjee, nothing coming in from even the TMC, leave alone the other political parties like the NCP, DMK, or even the Congress.
Yeah, so I think, Preeti, the India alliance is about, the politics, alliance and the narrative about defeating the BJP in 2024. It's not about, consolidating, individual political parties or fighting on their behalf. We have seen a series of, corruption cases. Some of them are very politically motivated against the Congress, Trinamool, and we have seen even Arvind Kejriwal's own track record that when, Rahul Gandhi was being questioned or disqualified, etc., he looked the other way. So this has been a legacy, but that does not mean that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is on a weak wicket. I disagree with my friend Ashutosh. See, the politicians, particularly regional parties, they have to go through this kind of series of charges, and sometimes some people are jailed, but they have come out much stronger. You look at life of Jayalalitha. We are seeing what is happening to Chandrababu Naidu. So there is a political pattern. I don't want to make a comment on this particular case, liquor scam, but generally speaking, the way opposition is targeted in cases of alleged cases of corruption, etc., there is a very rich legacy of individuals and regional satraps bouncing back, and perhaps Mr. Arvind Kejriwal will not be an exception to it, because it's not a watertight cases. Many times cases are motivated. If our drive was against corruption in a serious manner, half of the political class would have been in jail, not because they are corrupt, because we are sitting over a very corrupt political system. You look at the entire way elections are fought. People are paying 10 times, 100 times more than the poll selling, poll expenses. I mean, every candidate spends at least 10 times and sometimes 100 times more than what they show as actual expenses. So so everybody in that sense is corrupt. Only some people are singled out, and unfortunately, of course, Aam Aadmi Party is caught in that web.